We want Keir Starmer to be looking out that window, because you know the intentions of all of his actions of locking everybody up. All of these people, these elitists, these 1%, they don't give a shit. None of them care.
Tommy Robinson's shocking statement sparks rumors around Keir Starmer's private life. You're not going to believe what just happened. Tommy Robinson has just dropped a statement, and it's not politics as usual. This one has hit Keir Starmer in the most unexpected place. Not in Parliament, not in policy, but in his private life. And now, the rumors are swirling. Divorce talk, whispers of a marriage in crisis. People are asking, is this just political noise, or is something deeper happening inside the Starmer household? Here's what we know. Tommy Robinson, the controversial activist and political firebrand, has made waves with his latest public remarks. Instead of going after Labour's economic plan, or even the immigration debate, Robinson turned his attention to Keir Starmer himself. And his words: sharp, personal, cutting. The kind of language that doesn't just spark headlines, it sparks questions. Because right after his statement, British media outlets began reporting that Starmer's marriage could be under pressure. Coincidence? Maybe. But the timing, it's impossible to ignore. So, what exactly did Robinson say? While the full remarks were laced with his usual dramatic flair, the key takeaway was this. Robinson questioned Starmer's ability to lead when, according to him, the Labour leader can't even hold his own household together. Now, let's pause here. That's a brutal line. And for critics, it's the kind of jab that crosses a line going beyond politics and into a man's private life. But for supporters of Robinson, this is exactly why they listen to him. He says the things others won't. He drags personal matters into the spotlight, knowing full well the headlines will follow. And follow they did. Within hours, Twitter was flooded. One user posted, "If Robinson's right, then Starmer has bigger problems than Rishi Sunak." Another simply wrote, "Marriage in crisis? The country should be worried about that leadership." But of course, many pushed back. A Labour Party insider told The Guardian, "This is gutter politics. Starmer and his wife are strong. Any suggestion otherwise is just manufactured noise." Yet, the noise isn't going away. Now, let's zoom out for a moment. This isn't the first time a political leader's personal life has collided with their public image. Think back to Bill Clinton in the 90s. Think of Boris Johnson and his very public relationship dramas. In politics, perception is power, and personal turmoil often spills into public trust. And that's exactly what Robinson is playing on. By planting the seed that Starmer's marriage is unstable, he's indirectly questioning Starmer's stability as a leader. It's calculated, it's strategic, and it's working, at least in terms of grabbing attention. But here's the bigger question: why now? Why would Robinson choose this moment to attack Starmer on such a personal front? Some analysts point to timing. The Labour Party has been surging in polls, with Starmer presenting himself as the steady, trustworthy alternative to the Conservatives. If you're Robinson, or anyone opposing Labour, breaking that image of stability is the ultimate goal. And what's more destabilizing than whispers of marital breakdown? It hits home. It's relatable. It makes people second-guess. Meanwhile, journalists are split. Some say it's a non-story, Robinson stirring chaos to stay relevant. Others warn it could snowball into a real political problem if Starmer doesn't address it head-on. A Sky News commentator put it bluntly: perception is reality in politics. If people think there's crisis, it doesn't matter whether it's true or not, the damage is done. And let's be honest, that's exactly how modern media works. Rumors become trends. Trends become headlines. And before long, headlines start shaping public opinion. But what about Starmer's wife, Victoria? Until now, she's remained private, largely avoiding the political spotlight. But suddenly, her name is dragged into the mess. Paparazzi snapping photos, speculation about her absence from certain public events, every detail becomes ammunition. It raises a troubling question. When does fair political criticism cross the line into personal intrusion? Because right now, that line looks blurred. And the public? Divided, as always. Some are furious, saying families should be off-limits, no matter the politics. One commenter wrote, "Leave his wife out of it. Attack the policies, not the marriage." But others argue, if a leader can't project stability at home, How can they lead a nation? It's a debate that has no easy answer. So where does this go next? Starmer himself has kept quiet on the rumors. No statements, no clarifications. Which, depending on how you see it, either means there's nothing to say or everything to hide. Robinson, on the other hand, is doubling down. Every interview, every clip, he's repeating the line. And every time he does, the marriage story digs deeper into public consciousness. And here's the truth. This isn't really about Starmer's marriage. It's about political warfare. It's about controlling the narrative in the run-up to the next election. And Robinson has just shown once again that he knows how to hijack a conversation and force it onto his own terms. But the real question, the one we should all be asking, is this. If one statement, one line, can shake the image of the Labour leader this much, what happens when the real campaign attacks begin? Because if this is just the warm-up, the main event is going to be brutal. And as always, we'll be here, breaking it down every step of the way.